Good YouTube, the experience here, bringing you another Pokemon X Y Wi-Fi battle. This time I'm up against my friend Shadow. He's a really good battler. He shows up on my stream all the time. He's a mod. He's just a really good friend. But this is a really good battle, so let's just get this in. Alright, so I'm sorry that I haven't been uploading at all, but I'm really busy, and my job is more important than anything right now. So he leads off with his Mega Medicham, and I decided to lead him to Conkeldurr. I immediately switch out into my Greninja because I do not want to take a Psycho Cut from on my Conkeldurr because I need him later in the game. So he Mega Evolves here, and I think, alright, so he's gonna go for a Psycho Cut. Why wouldn't he Psycho Cut a Conkeldurr? I can live anything else he throws at me, but nope, he predicts me and he Drain Punches. So my Conkeldurr's dead right. I mean, my Greninja's dead right off the bat. That's not good. But I decided to go for the safe switch into Kamikaze, and I predict him to switch. So I don't go for the Brave Bird because he has a Rotom. So I go for the Will-O-Wisp. Nice and safe fourth move on a Talonflame. So Rotom's burned now. So that whittles him down. That's definitely going to whittle him down. Now, I decided to go into Juby, the Mega Venusaur. And I know he went for an electric move. And Venusaur can eat up pretty much any electric move that anything can throw at it. So I decided to go into Venusaur. But he decides he's going to go back into Mega Medicham. So I know he has Psycho Cut now. And I don't want Mega Venusaur to die. I need it. So I decided to go into Dick Pinch to Scizor. Alright. So he goes for the Psycho Cut, and it doesn't do much damage because it's resisted. So he decides he's going to withdraw, and I'm like, what's he going into now? He goes into Pikachu? The Azumarill. And look at it. It's all yellow and stuff. But I go for a Bug Bite. And this is a Belly Drum Azumarill, so I get a free Citrus Berry. Yum. Alright, so I decide I'm going to switch back out into my Venusaur. And this Azumarill switches out too. So, the speed, his Rotom comes out. Alright, so here at this point, I decide I'm going to go for the Mega Evolution. And I'm just going to predict his Medicham to come back out. So I go for the Sleep Powder. And I take this Thunderbolt fairly well. And I get Paraxed. Excellent. That's just what I wanted. But there's a Sleep Powder, but it failed because the Rotom's burned. So I don't realize he's trying to sack his Rotom at this point. So I go for another Sleep Powder. And it fails again. So now I know he's trying to sack his Rotom. I take another Thunderbolt. And I just go for the Giga Drain and put that Rotom out of its misery. Now he gets the safe switch. Okay, so now that the Rotom's dead, ignore what I just said. He's gonna get his safe switch into his Mega Medicham. And Venusaur versus Mega Medicham. It's never gonna end well. So I decided to go back into Dick Finch. And yeah. So he goes for the Psycho Cut again. I eat it up again. And I go for the Bullet Punch. It does a lot of damage. But he goes for the Drain Punch. And Scizor, he lives it with 4 HP. But if this Medicham has a Bullet Punch. So yeah. Scizor's dead. Alright. So now that Scizor's dead, I go for the safe switch back in the Talonflame. And now that Rotom's gone, I just go for the Brave Bird. So anything that he switches into will be 1-hit or 2-hit KO. Even a Landorus. Alright. So he switches into Azumarill, and Azumarill's gonna get wrecked by this Brave Bird. Alright. So Azumarill's dead. Poor Pikachu. Poor Pikachu, question mark, exclamation point. Alright, so he goes into please another. His Landorus. And that's just not who I want to face right now. So, Talonflame goes back into my Pokeball. And here comes Juby, the Venusaur. Alright, so he goes for knockoff. Venusaur is Mega. So, yeah, that doesn't happen. Alright, he decides to withdraw. He doesn't go for the Earthquake, so I know he's a Scarflando. He goes into I'm Living. I guarantee Assault Vest Gardevoir, because why else would it be named that? So Gardevoir goes to sleep, and I'm like, alright, so that's an excellent thing. Gardevoir's asleep. I'm just gonna go for the Sludge Bombs. So yeah. I go for one Sludge Bomb. It does absolutely nothing. And he gets the one turn wake up, and Venusaur dies to a Side Shock. Rest in pieces. Alright. So, now that Venusaur is dead, I'm severely weakened. I go into my Kamikaze. Kamikaze goes for the Brave Bird. And Gardevoir dies. Alright. So, Kamikaze is at about half health. And still has quite a few more Brave Birds in its system. Alright, so he decides to go into Thundurus now. So, I don't want to take an electric move. So, I go into Nidoking. Predicting an electric move. But he goes for knockoff. And he gets a crit. So, yeah. Now he's gonna go for this HP Ice, and you know, I probably could have lived it had he not crit me. And so Nidoking is dead now. I decide at this point I'm gonna go into Conkeldurr. So he decides to withdraw Sir Mix-a-Lot, and I'm just gonna go for the Ice Punch. I have nothing to lose. Nothing on his team wants to take an Ice Punch. So he goes into Please Another, the Pokemon that does not want to take an Ice Punch the most. And it almost kills. But it puts him in Mach Punch range. So I go for the Mach Punch, and Landorus is dead. There goes the major threat. Alright. So he's down to his last two Pokemon. I'm down to my last two Pokemon. And I decide I'm going to sack Conkeldurr. Just what I wanted. Alright, so at this point, I'm down to Talonflame. And if I go for a Brave Bird here, I lose. Because I cannot kill Thundurus with a Brave Bird. Alright, so he Bullet Punches me. And trying to, you know, get some damage off before the Brave Bird. But I go for the Flare Blitz. And Medicham dies. That crit did not matter. Medicham was dying. Choice Band, yeah. Alright, so I'm down to 25 HP. And now it's just a matter of speed. So he goes into Sir Mix-a-Lot, his last Pokemon, and I go, and I have my Talonflame. I go for the Flare Blitz, and I outspeed this thing, and there's no way that Thundurus is taking this. So Thundurus dies, and Talonflame also dies. But because Talonflame died last, I get the victory. And I'm victorious. That was a great battle, Shadow. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you guys for watching. Please tune into my Pokemon Omega Ruby playthrough on this channel. I'm going to start doing daily uploads. I promise you. If I don't, you guys can just like hunt me down or something. But thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and have a great day.